Right, guys, Google Local. Okay, Google Local is a free resource that we can all use. If you get it right, it's more about promoting your business to people locally. You can do it globally, but it's nowhere near as effective. Okay, and the way to find your Google Local page is this: is when you go to Google, in the top right hand corner here, you'll see a thing that says Google Apps with 5 little buttons. Now click on that. It's got lots and lots of interesting bits and pieces inside it, okay, what you can play around with, all sorts of things. Your Google Drives, your share. Right at the top, you'll see it says profile
Sorry,
management.
Rob, I missed where. How did you get that up?
Okay,
The
let me go back to one
that
second. Get to one second. That's Google. What you do, Patrick, is this. Right, in Google, you'll see this page. Up
yeah.
the top here, you'll see your logo and your name. And
Oh
next
yeah,
to this, there's 9 little dots.
yeah.
Click on the 9 dots, it brings up that screen.
Ah,
Okay, and
okay.
that screen, you'll see Business Profile Manager. Okay, now you click on that, and what this will do is it will bring up, I've got access to a few accounts. Okay, so let me use my one. If you've only got one account, it will open up directly into that account. Okay, now what this is really good for is this: it will show you how your Google local page looks, the gender bit, but it gives you stats. So this, I know that for no skill of me, 269 people in the last month have had some sort of interaction with my Google local page. Okay, now when you think of businesses, it doesn't matter what business you do. Most people that go online to search for something are looking for a local business, whether it's shoes, whether it's coats, then what it is. They always, people prefer to do something local because they feel more comfortable with a local business. Okay, it's always the way. Now, in your Google local page, you will see profile, reviews, messages, photos, performance, advertise, products, services, bookings, Q&A. Now here, the more information we add here, guys, the better it is for you. Okay. Now, one of the things I want you all to do today is this. I want you all to log into your Google local page. Okay. And you see where it says ask for a review. Click on that button and send the link to all of us. Okay. And then we can all put a review on those pages, and all of a sudden we go from no reviews to 20 reviews. And what people like to see is people they can see details of giving you reviews for your businesses. Okay, so that's the first one to do today. That's a simple exercise. Okay, now the next one is if you've got a service and you sell something, you can also put it onto Google Local. It just makes it easier for people to see what you do. So things like Beverly, where she does like the healing and stuff, you can actually put that on there so that people can find it. Okay. If you sell products, you can put special offers on here. So local people will see offers by local businesses. Okay. And even though we might be global and the world is global, we are still local. Okay. But the main thing is it's how you set up your profile. Okay. So on
Stop it.
sorry, who's that? So gone. Did I hear a question or someone? Okay, right.
No,
Right, guys.
sorry.
So that's okay. So what you do, guys, is this: click onto your business, your profile here, and this is also so good. This is going to be great for you, okay? Because what happens is now is if someone types in the word storage, that's what they write, okay, and they live in say Bedford, what happens is now right. The first 2 positions on Google are now paid listings. Okay, so people that are paid to have that keyword searched for in Google will appear at the top of Google for storage. The next 2 positions are local businesses that are placed there free of charge. Then position 4, 5, and 6 are what you do organic. So even if you had the best SEO in the world, you cannot get higher than 5th. Simple as that. Okay. Now, let's say you sold Adidas trainers, okay, at your little shop. Adidas would come 5th, you would come 3rd.
Why
Okay.
is that then? What's the reason for that?
Because what Google realized was from its algorithm, it knows that most people looking for trainers aren't looking for Adidas. They're looking for Adidas trainers in a shop. So going to Adidas or the Mike or McDonald's website is pointless. Okay. So Google
Ah,
knows that if you're a
right.
local person, you're looking for trainers, the obvious thing is you're looking for somewhere local to buy trainers from. So it shows you local businesses. And over time, it's realized that that's just a great way of doing it. And it's there. Okay. So the idea is by having certain keywords for your business. So for Zoco, it would be things like storage, removals and that sort of thing. Because if someone is looking for storage in Bedford, there's no point sending them to Timbuktu because it's the wrong place. Okay, so even though someone could be clever and get their storage business to be top of, like for instance, Soko, Easy Storage would most probably be the 5th company on that list of companies because they're really big. But if you go in and call yourself Easy Storage in Business Local, it would automatically put you into 3rd or 4th place because it knows that you're looking for something close to you, which is storage, which is Easy Storage. And that's why it does it. It's designed. When you think of the internet and Google, think of Google as a beast that was built through necessity, but was never correct. It's always been wrong. Okay. Now, when they built mobile apps are built differently to websites in the store. Now, we did this yesterday with Hannah number 2, where if you go and search for, say, like a healing or something like that on the internet, it will come back with a possible 300 million results for that one keyword. Okay, so that means that it doesn't matter whether the site's relevant to you or not, it's there. Okay, in the App Store, when we searched for Hannah's service in the Apple App Store yesterday, it came back with this answer: 0 results. Okay, now that's good because what it tells you is there's nothing there that's actually going to be useful for the keywords you're putting in. Where with the internet and Google, it doesn't care what the business does, whether it's relevant to you. If that keyword has been designed by that company as a keyword, it just shows you all of them. Okay, and so it's a bit of a strange one. So the Google local bit has been designed to eliminate that, to fix the problem with how search engines work. You know, because you think about search engines, you'll put a keyword in, and half the businesses aren't even relevant to that word. That's just clever SEO, which is no good to the person searching. And knowing
Sorry,
that also,
Rob, what's SEO? What is SEO?
Right, SEO is, you know, right, think of that, right. SEO is, to put it in simple terms, is you've got a 80s soul radio station. Okay, so your SEO keyword would be 80s radio. So when someone, so in the website, we would make sure that the main word in the website is, it would have to appear in the title, and somewhere in the description, we would type 80s radio. Then when someone searches on Google for 80s radio, what Google says, right, which website has told us it's to do with 80s radio? It then will go to all those different websites, whether they are a radio station, whether they talk about music, and then it will list them all in relevance of how good that website is, how new it is, how old it is, how many times it visited, there's updates. These all go into the algorithm of how to find you. So the thing now is this: if you think this number, there's 1.6 billion websites currently in use in the internet. And what you'll find is that, let's say that you got a website to do with it might be to do with trainers, for instance, but somewhere in the description they were describing a pair of 80s trainers. All right, because it sees the word 80s and stuff inside that things, it pulls in that as a keyword. So it's not just 80s music, it's music or 80s or both. So anything that's got 80s inside it will appear in the search. Anything with music inside it will appear in the search, and anything that says 80s music appears in the search. So the search engine is broken. It was built wrong. But the guys at Google didn't know that when they started building it, and to try and change it now is too late. So by doing so, this is how this was their fix. It's like think about Apple always doing updates and changing things. This was Google's fix to fix that issue. And the strange thing is, it's free to use. For every business uses it free of charge. It's one of the biggest kept secrets on the planet Earth. Everyone knows it's there, but no one uses it properly.
So if I put in, so at the moment, if I put in easy, I don't know, Harmony, I get the other channel, but they're or Easy Music, they get a higher position than me, and I'm like further down. How would I then try and go up?
What we've got to do is, over time, your website's still new. Okay, so when you look at the website, what you might hear words like crawling and indexing. Okay, what happens is every month, all the search engines, being Google, Yahoo, all of them, they send out little bots. And what these bots do is they go to every single website on the planet Earth, gets visited by these bots once a month. And what the bots are doing is looking for certain things. It looks for the age of the website. It looks at how often the website's. The reason why, see, blogs weren't designed for blogging. blogs were designed to fool these little bots. Because if you do a blog on your website, when they go back and search that website, they find new content. And that new content tells that little bot that your website is still active and being used. So it will automatically rank it higher than a website that's not being updated weekly, because it says, again, it needs to know that the information people are reading on the website is fresh and updated. Okay, and that's the idea. So the reason why you're not high yet is you haven't been crawled and enough by these bots to index you to rank you higher. Sometimes, right, it can work really strange. Like we did it for Zorka. Her website wasn't even findable at all for even putting her name in. It kept finding this Canadian company. And I said to Zorka, look, we'll sort the SEO out, but it will generally take between 6 to 12 months to get your website to climb slowly up the internet chain. We did Zorka's one, and somehow we must have loaded the website a day before the bots went out, because the next day it was first. Literally, next day, I just went to, you know me, I just go, that was more luck than skill. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, you just added content, did you, Rob? What did you do then
No, I just went in and basically made sure that the keywords match right. When you think of now, especially with like all these like bots and stuff and all AI, website content is important to what the AI now sees, and it reads it and it looks at it. Okay, now if it really believes what you've got is really good, optimal look at it and really interesting, it will rank you higher and quicker. I mean, normally I would say quickly is 2 to 3 months. Okay, the next day is just unheard of. It just doesn't. That's not how it happens in the real world. It just happened to be in the right place. Now with your one, Patrick, it was like when we loaded Patrick's app into the Echo. When you said Patrick's business name for his radio station, it found someone else. And I said to Patrick, what we need to do is we need to get lots of people opening his radio station in Amazon. What will then happen is this: if the other station doesn't open as much as Patrick, it will default to Patrick's radio station for Harmony Radio. So we had to use Harmony Radio UK to get the bots and stuff to find Patrick on the Amazon. What happened was, by doing that and by all of the time, now if you go to Amazon and just say Harmony Radio, he's now replaced the old Harmony Radio, because they're not getting as many people do it. And the bot says this Harmony Radio is better than this one because more people are looking for this one. So the other guy got boofed out and Patrick went back up in. That's the same as the internet. It's looking for content, looking for things being updated, and just looking for things to basically be moving around with that. And so over time, we can get all the websites to the page on Google, but here's the thing: we can only get you to 5th. If we tried the best in the world, 5th. But by doing Google Local, we can get you to 3rd or 4th. Does that make sense, guys? I mean, it's we spend all this time and all this effort looking at SEO when we've got this one simple tool now in front of us that's going to allow us to bypass all of that and go up. And the reason why we do it is that most people just don't do it. And by people not doing it, it means you've got more chance of being that one in that position. Okay, it's not, again. So when you think of it, all you're doing is when you go in to look at your Google Local page, okay, you will see this page here where you've got to put in. Let me smooth this a bit. You've got to put in information. Okay, so you put in your business name. Okay, I've just got a bit overboard with my one. Okay, then you put in what you do. Okay, it's limited here because every time you stay with Bearbiz, you're restricted on what you can use for these sorts of keywords. Okay, so for instance, with you, Patrick, you've got to try and find things like radio and music. Okay, for Hannah and stuff, it might be things like TV or car sales. Okay, because even though some of us are looking for B2B, okay, not B2C, okay, even B2B, if someone's online searching the things as a business person and they come across you as a local business as well doing something which they didn't know was there around them, I mean, you've got a good chance of doing it. Okay, so you go in and this is the business category is where you're going to get found. Okay, one of my friends he does MOTs. And he goes to me, Rob, he goes, no one's finding me on my Google local page. I went, yeah, I go, that's because you're not using MOT as your keyword. If you're not using it, you can't get found. And he went, what? I goes, you need to use the word. You want people are typing in words. Okay, so do that. The description again is really good. Obviously, opening times, obviously contact numbers, obviously website, obviously your address. Okay, obviously services. Obviously, I've gone full blind for the whole of the UK because that's just me on that. Opening hours, and then if you're a business, there's things you can offer that are there, and then you've got all these other things you can add in as services and things you add. Okay, so if you look at services, for instance, let's go down here. So down here, guys, let's say you offer appointments online. You tick yes there, okay, and it asks things like, sign language, Arabic, languages. Do you do other things? Okay, so anything you can put in there to make your business stand out more is fundamental. Okay, and it's just about things. And what Google does is the more it knows about you, the better it is. So if you do speak 3 or 4 languages, tell it, because it knows whether someone's written in the word in English or in French. They're still in here, but they might be looking for something and written in French. So we just need to make sure that we just cover all of our bases. Once you've done that, okay, then you can basically just leave it running. Okay, now the only things you've got to do with Google Local is every so often go in, and where it says photos, once or twice a month, again, adding photos. Because what you're doing now is you're telling Google Local that you're still open. If you don't update your Google Local page, Google will make an assumption that you're closed. That way, you'll still be on the list, but at the bottom of the list, because it wants to show people stuff that it knows is open. And the only way it knows you're open is because your page is active. Okay, and that's what you need. And the more active you are, the more it ranks you higher. So again, all we do, any post you do onto Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, take one of those posts and pictures and post it here as well once a month. Okay, now again, like I was saying to Beverly, if you've got a company where you can do where you want to book people in, okay, it has a booking system, okay, which it gives you an app that you get the bookings through on your phone as well. Okay, so all of this can work on your phone, and that's where it's really good. So all we've got to do is what to do offers, put in photographs of your business, all down here, guys. It tells you what to do. If it's missing, it asks you what to do. Okay, set up bookings, get your first review. So it's always trying to get you to do things. Okay, and you'll be surprised how much work you can get through Google. Think of Facebook Marketplace done properly, where it's not just full of all the crap. That's not allowed. You need to be a physical business to be in there, so people are finding exactly what they want. Okay, and that's the key. And it's just one free way of getting your business to be found on Google searches. It's the best way to be found higher up the rankings, without a doubt, compared to trying to do SEO, marketing, paying for this, paying for that. I mean, if you pay for a Google advert, that advert will come first and second. If you do Google Local, you come third and fourth. So the logic is, why are you paying Google to come first and second? You do it free, you come third and fourth. I'm still staggered how Google. I don't know why Google doesn't promote it more. That's the strangest thing in the world. You thought Google would share it more with people and get it out to them. Okay, but they
now.
They just don't. Okay, so I make that. So does that all make sense, guys? I mean, my goal is at the end of the day, you to have at least gone in and set it up so that it's working. Okay, now when you do locations for now, don't do the whole of the UK. Just pick your town where you are. Patrick's lucky, he's in London. He's going to cover a massive area as it is. Okay, but the rest of us just do.
I could still concentrate on London, couldn't I?
Yes.
I could still...
For you, Patrick, just Google Local works better the closer in you get. So
right,
I've done the country. That's me targeting the country. But if you guys are truly local, you can just basically narrow it down to local. You can always do a second Google page as a second business and just make it bigger. Okay, but the first one needs to be more things. Remember this: locally, 269 people potentially have gone onto the Google Local page and looked at me. Okay, now as a software company, it's very, for local people, a software company is not the right thing. So the chance of someone finding me on the system is going to be, you know, pretty slim. But for the rest of you guys, okay, you've just got a much better chance of finding someone local because you are local and you offer a local service. Okay, so whether you're a shop selling something, whether you're doing Reiki, did I get that right?
Reiki.
Reiki. I'll get it 50-50, isn't it? I'll get it right one day, guys. Trust me, I will. I promise I will. Okay, so on that. And that's the idea. It's just tools we can use. Instead of struggling to work out how to use marketing tools, let's first of all get set up. The stuff up was like, I said to Ben the other day, what a lot of us do is when I look at a business, I look at how you build a building. Okay. And here's the strange thing. You go down before you go up. Okay. Every time you build a building, the first thing you do is sort out the footings for that building. Okay. And if you don't do your footings right at that building, it's going to fall over. Or if they're too shallow, it will subside. Okay. So Google Local and things like that are making sure that at least you've got the fundamentals done and the base is there. So at least you're giving yourself a fighting chance of finding local businesses. Okay. If then you're going to go online and go and do stuff that is going to be more, well, country-wise, like for instance, I use Bev as an instance. She's going to have one part of her business going to be local. The other part is international. Okay. So we use the Google Local page for doing the local bit. When she goes international, we will look at a completely different way of getting her out to a national platform, but we won't touch this because this will work once you set it up, and you will find and people will find you. There's someone right now typing in, trust me, local radio station. There is. They just is right now. There is somebody right now, you know, literally typing in storage. Okay. There is someone in right now typing in, you know, stress. And what they're doing is they are finding other businesses that are local because we haven't done it. Simple as that. And we've got to get the words right, get it in there, and then push it out. Okay, and that's the key. So where you guys have also got, I know Bev's got loads of reviews. The first thing she's going to do after this is she's going to send that link to all of them straight away. I guarantee you'll send it to 10, Bev, only one will fill it out. Stuff, because that's just the way it is. Okay, but what you've got to keep doing is this. On your emails, guys, at the bottom of your emails, okay, you will add in your Google Local link to get people to give you a review. The reason is, don't ask, just put it as a link. Go, like what I do, click here to give me a review, because people will read that enough and eventually they'll click on it and do it. So instead of having to keep bombarding them with information, add it to your email footer because it's always there. Okay, and this, if you have any problems, have a look. But it's quite straightforward. The only thing I would say is this: is if you don't want to give it your address, this is really weird. Apparently, I didn't know this until yesterday. If you put in your address now, Google asks you to do several things. If I call Correct Bev, you've got to video the outside of your property, the inside of your property, and a document. Now, this has not been seen by everyone in the world. It's just Google making sure that you're a real person. It's a real business. Okay, and that's the goal. So you can be a Google Local business, but you can put down that you don't want your address to be known. That way, it shouldn't ask you for the things. But I don't know why it is, because I set up loads of these. It's never asked me to do that. For some reason, it asked Beverly to do it.
I think it's changed. That's the trouble.
Yeah, it keeps. Well, no, Beverly, I did one about 2 weeks ago. It didn't ask me for any of that information at all. No, I was
random.
It seems sometimes with technology, I've noticed there's no real logic behind how it works or how it does stuff. Okay, and all we can do is just basically follow it around. But what we're going to do is when you set your pages up, if you've got a business that can offer a local service, go straight in and create an offer and do that offer locally. Okay, just literally do it locally. I just saw Chris. Chris, this is quite good for you, mate.
No getting away from him.
Yeah, have you set your page up, Chris, on your Google Local?
So I have been here from the start. I just moved to my iPad because
no, that's okay. I just because for you, where it works good is Chris does like, you can get like things like cinema tickets, all sorts of things. Okay. And Chris, if you put that into the like offers and stuff here, okay, and services and bits and pieces, what will happen is this: people will log on to their thing, might do something key. They'll suddenly see a thing that will say free cinema tickets. Most people won't have a clue what they're clicking on, but they'll click through. It doesn't matter how they get to your website. You've got to get them there to talk about things. And if people see free cinema tickets, you'll get a lot of them clicking through. It's giving you a fight, because the key is we've got to get people through the front door of our shop. If we can't get them in the front door of our shop, we can't sell to them. So we have to get them to the site, and anything you can do that can entice people to click on that link and get them through to you, use it without a doubt. Definitely use it.
I have to be careful on how I word things though, because it's not a free cinema ticket as such. It's a free cinema ticket per month if you get a policy of a certain amount.
And you can.
And I have to be careful that that I have to. I can't use brand names as well, so it's pretty difficult. I wouldn't say difficult, but I've got to be careful on what I say and how I say it.
It is, but you can infer things, and it would say, you know, if you book a policy with us, you can get, the word "can" is always in there, free tickets. Okay.
Yeah, I was watching on my phone. I'm now. I mean, I've got a call at one, but it doesn't matter. But I then I've now gone onto my iPad to see it in a bigger screen to try and I've got my laptop here, so I'm trying to see how it works as you were talking. Actually, to be fair.
Yeah, so. I mean, Chris, it doesn't matter what business you do. Okay, someone right now is typing the word insurance. Now, oddly enough, someone would rather use you, who's local to their interest, to get their insurance than a big national company, even though you might be part of a national company. They feel more comfortable because you're local to them. They get the feeling that it's easier that they need to talk to you. They can come and talk to you. Okay, they don't, and that it's just that the way people's minds are. It always has been that. Okay, and we know right now, Chris. Right now, as you know, there'll be someone near where you are right now typing in the word life insurance or house insurance or pension. They always do. Okay, you've got to make sure when they type the word pension in, you appear third or fourth on Google Local for being a local guy that can help them with their pensions or their life insurance. Okay, as part of that offer, you can say, take out life insurance of us, and we could get you 2 free tickets each month to the cinema. Okay, and people go, oh, that's not a bad offer. Let's see what they offer for the life insurance. So you're not telling them, you're not using anything that's not true. You're just telling them what they get if they do this offer. Okay, because it is an offer. Okay, and we all start our businesses and run 100 miles an hour forwards. But sometimes some of the best tools we can use are literally right under our fingertips and not being used at all.
So I've clicked on my picture in the top right-hand corner.
No, what you do, Chris, watch this. Next to your picture, you'll see 9 little dots. Okay, click on the 9 little...
So I'm going to go... Right, let me open a brand new window because I've opened a brand new window. Do I type Google into that?
Yeah, what you want to do, let me go back. Watch this, okay? Right, follow me. So what you do here is, if I type Google here, okay,
I was watching on my phone.
Chris, and then you'll find Google. And if I click onto Google, okay, it brings up the Google search page. It looks just like that, okay?
Yeah.
Now what you'll see is this. You'll see Gmail, images, 9 dots, and then email. It's the 9 dots you click on. And you'll be surprised what's in there. I mean, you need to go in and have a look around, guys. You'll be surprised what's in here to use. Okay, it's truly amazing what's in here. There's all sorts of things that Google offers free of charge that we just never use. Okay, now I ignore most of them. Okay, now
I use Jamboard to make storyboard.
So exactly. So yeah, so yeah.
What do you use?
Jamboard. That one there, Chris. Jamboard.
Oh.
Okay, so there's always little apps that Google lets you, and my approach is click on them. I mean, if you click on the Google Earth, actual proper Google Earth thing is brilliant. You can literally fly around the world and look at this way. Google Earth is a simpler version of what Hannah's doing. Okay, where you can actually you can go to anywhere in the world and walk around. The amount of effort Google's putting into recording the planet Earth is absolutely stunning. I mean, it really is. Okay, and these things are all there. There's all these things. I mean, come on. Do you remember the old blogger? Used to get from Google. this, I mean, this is like 30 years old now. Anyone used to have a blog website. It was free by Google. Okay, finances.
I'm in here. I'm on the exact same page you are.
Okay, and you'll see somewhere you'll see a house that says Business Profile Manager,
which I don't see.
Yes, you know.
You should see that there. There's always
I see next to my search is maps and then YouTube, so it doesn't have that business thing at all.
Why would that be?
Are you not looking at an old version of something then? Is it an old version of something?
I don't know. I've clicked on. I've done exactly as I've been told, and then everything else, which is not normally me, and then everything else is there except the business manager. That's why I got confused.
Right. Okay. Right, Chris. All you do, okay, is just type, set up Google Local, and then click search.
Set up Google. Sorry, I've taken over.
That's all right. Don't worry, mate. You got there's ways to get to it if you haven't done it yet. It just means you haven't got one. Okay, and then you'll see sign up business profile. Click on that. Okay, and then not that one. Not that one. The next one down. The one down. The one that says. Is it that one there? The Google Business Profile. Get listed on Google. Click that, and then you'll see a button. It will either say sign up or manage. If you haven't got one, it should say sign up or sign in.
You sign in and manage now.
Okay, right. Click on manage now.
Just try and sign in. See if it signs me in.
Yeah, no. If you click on manage now, it should just open it, mate. If it's saying manage now, it means you've got one. So just click on manage now.
Yeah, and that's send me to set one up.
Okay, right. So yeah. Okay, so that means you haven't got one. Okay, so all you do is just follow it through, Chris, and just set it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Go through the process.
Is it possible? Is this easy? Because I haven't got this as well, and I'm going to struggle following you right now. Patrick, is it possible just to send an email or something? Or
yeah, what do you know what I'm going to do, Patrick? Make it easier. Watch this, okay? What we're going to do is, if I go copy there, watch this. Give me a second, Patrick, and then move this around.
Leave it.
Okay, then go chat. Right. If you go to the chat system, Patrick, and just click on that link. Okay, that's it. Click on the chat. Okay, and that will literally walk you through the whole process.
Okay.
We can hear you. Good girl.
Sorry. The dog's just come in. Sorry.
We had a crap last week. This week.
I thought it was all to me. I was standing up and you told me to sit, so I sat down. I thought, all right.
That's all right, guys. Now
it's just jumped up.
Think of it this way, okay? It's just all about just basically going in and just doing what we can all the time. Okay.
Get down.
It's just a matter of spending. I mean, within 15 minutes you'll set it up. Okay, add a few pictures, add a few videos. Okay,
and you can do 2 profiles.
You can as many as you want, mate. I've got about 15 on mine. I've got all different people's on. I've got all my friends that have started a business at some point and are just terrible at doing things. I've gone in and literally hijacked their pages. Sometimes you might see yourself online. If you don't claim it, I claimed 5 of my business, my friends' businesses just to show them how easy it was to do something. I goes, if you don't claim it, I'll claim it. Because how? I goes, I show them. I went on. I goes, I now have control of your profile. Because sometimes they get, I don't know how, Google sometimes makes them, but then no one owns them. And it says, do you own this business? And if you tick yes, it lets you take it.
Okay,
you know, it was truly amazing what we saw. And I thought, you know what? I thought that's really good. Okay, guys, but I definitely say today, set up Google Local. It will open your eyes to what's going on, and make sure you do it properly local. And then we can look, and then just make sure once a week, twice a week, you post pictures, bits and pieces, and that's all you've got to do. Okay, and it's the only thing I've ever seen where a big business is actually being nice for once. Because I'm surprised they don't charge for it. That's the most surprising in the world. It's free. It's a free. Think about it. A company that's obsessed with money is giving you a free resource.
Did you say that's the first time you've seen big business be nice to you? Are you talking about big business events or just big business?
No, big business in general, as in Facebook, Apple, all these big businesses. Chris,
so
okay.
Just quickly, Sherry, would I put my business? One of my business names isn't there. It doesn't matter if I put limited or not, does it? Because
No, but I wouldn't. When you just call it, you can call it anything you want. You see, mine says digital solutions, and behind it, I put software, apps, and websites.
I'm just thinking, if I'm a limited company and someone searches for, I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm overthinking it.
I wouldn't. I've never seen a Google local page that says the business name and then limited. They just said the business name, Chris.
Yeah, they ignore me. I'm
I suppose
overthinking.
really you want to keep it simple. What people would call it.
No,
I
no.
suppose.
His name.
Well,
The name is when they see your Google local page. Watch. Hold on. Let me just give me a second, guys. Let me get myself a second. Let's set myself back to.
Because my business name doesn't actually. It's probably. It doesn't say what it should do. It doesn't say. Like
it won't do, guys. Okay, but don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about watch this. I'll tell you how cheeky I've been. If I go onto here, let's open up. Let me get my page. You can see it again, guys. Right. So what you'll notice is, let me open up my page again. One moment. So if I go to there, so what you'll notice is on mine, okay, is mine says digital solutions, software, websites, and mobile app development. Okay, so no one's going to know what digital solutions is, but they need to know my name for my brand recognition. So I put the name in, and then you've got about maybe 80 characters. And so it means you can put your name in, and then you can put in what you do. So with your one, Chris, you'll put your business name in, and then and then next to it, you would put pensions, life insurance. So you're telling your business name, and then what you do in one hit.
Okay, so the business name is just the business name, and then I continue and then put the other bit in.
Correct. Okay. Now, when you think of it, okay, properly, what you've actually got is, let's go to Google. So with Google, let's say I type. Okay, so if I type Indian restaurant, okay, what you'll notice is I'm on Google. I'm on Google Maps here, and what it's done is it's brought up maps of where I live, okay, and it's listed all the Indian restaurants that are on Google Local. Okay, now the simple maths of this, if you're not on there, you're not going to get found. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. Okay, so these guys have taken advantage of Google Local really well, but I know it doesn't work, because when I first moved to Huntingdon, I built an app to show all of the restaurants in Huntingdon. And I asked some locals how many restaurants there were in the local town, being restaurants and takeaways. Someone said 10, someone said 20, someone said 30. I found 129. And most of them were not listed anywhere properly. So that means you're never going to find them. So they're not even helping their businesses a little bit. It's free. So you'd think if you're free, do it. Okay, but they didn't. Okay, so obviously they're missing out. Okay, and that's just the way people do things. It's just odd how it's not because they're not doing it because they don't want to do it. It's because no one's told them it was there and available.
Yeah,
okay, that's the key. Okay, so what happens is you will appear somewhere there. Other times, what might happen is you might find it's always going to there. Yeah. So Google Local works a bit differently. It finds it. See, what's this guy? So I put in the word bank. What do you see first? Google Local, okay, followed by banks, then followed by more banks. So any bank that's in Google Local automatically is higher than all the other banks. Okay, we just need to when you realize that, okay, when you realize that, all of a sudden you're thinking, hold a minute, we've got that. So again, see, first thing is Google AdWords. Okay, second thing you see is Google Local. Okay, next thing you see is where it says the Ginger Bakers. That is the first one which has got there via SEO. Okay, so they've done all their best they can to get the SEO, and they're currently 5th. And these companies here, we just put their names in the Google Local, come 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That's how powerful it is for your business when people are searching on Google to find you. Not paid.
Just to confirm, sorry, I've got to go to another meeting in a minute. I'll have you in the background. Just to confirm, you go in, you're setting your Google Local up, you fill in all the details they need to do, and then from that point on, you just update it every week.
No, Chris, once a week, just go in and add a picture in or an offer in. That's it. Okay. Once a week. That's what you do. That's it, mate. Okay.
And then so once a week you add a picture or whatnot, and that's all you literally have to do. And then you'll obviously be seen more by local. So it's like a free SEO that people can do themselves, so they don't pay for, and it upgrades them on Google.
Yes.
And all they need to do is start it once, fill it in once, and then update it once a week.
Right, Chris, watch this, okay? When I put the word insurance in, what don't you see?
Well, don't see me.
Okay, I'll tell you why, okay? You don't see Google Local because no local insurance companies are on Google Local. It's staggering. I mean, Chris, you would be, if you was local here to me and you put insurance on Google Local, Chris, you would appear right underneath Go Compare. Just you on your own. Now, I'll ask you a question. How powerful is that for your business advertising-wise for spending zero money?
Okay, yeah, no, I understand that. So just quickly, because I've got to jump in this call. So just quickly, so why would I only if no one else is doing this around the country just for insurance?
Oh no, people are doing it, but not in all the areas, and not everyone's doing it.
Okay, so why would I concentrate on my local area?
Because if you do it locally, Chris, you've got more chance of being found because Google Local is called something for a reason.
Yeah, okay,
it's called Google Local. And if you try and go too far and go out too far,
yeah, I'm not local.
It's been a national company, not a local company, so it won't show you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's why. Think of it, but and also around you, Chris, you've mostly got.
Cool.
Remember, what you forget about around you is around you are potential 500,000 clients. You don't need to target 50 million or 100 million. Targeting 50,000 people is a lot of business for a small business. That's a lot of people there for every one of us to target for our businesses. And every day someone goes and types in insurance or pension, okay, Chris, they're going to keep seeing your name. Now, people share things. If they keep seeing you, they go, he must be really good, he's local. These local people recommend you to their friends who aren't local. It's all about word of mouth as well. Remember how many times you go onto Facebook Marketplace and someone will say, do you know a good insurance company? Or do you know a good baker? Or do you know a good electrician? They're always doing it. And people will recall what they've seen. And if they see a name and that name sticks in their head, they're more likely to recommend you because you're then a stable local business who people can talk to about their pensions or about their radio station. It doesn't matter. It's just we keep thinking that we've got to go national to get clients when we don't have to go national to get clients. The clients are next door to us. And so why try and get someone in Scotland and get someone next door?
And just quickly, obviously, with that, you can put referral packaging. Someone refers you.
Mate. Yeah. So part of you can make an offer, and you go to people. Hi, I got an offer. You know, if you refer someone to me, this package is referral package. You get this for referring people to me, and that goes into your offers, Chris. So a local person will see an offer, but their friend might be literally in New York, and they'll go, "I've seen this. Oh, when you do this, you can get this."
This is being recorded, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. I'll need to listen to it again because I've got to jump off the call. I'll have in the background.
No, Chris, mate, it's fine, mate. But I just want to make sure that you guys.
Another thing is, did you recommend someone to me called Crystal?
Yes, I did.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
No, that's well, Chris, like I said, why would I recommend someone I know to someone I don't know? That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no logic, mate.
I spoke to her yesterday or the day before. So yeah. So there might be a referral bonus for you.
Oh, Crystal's lovely, Chris. Crystal helped me. She's the one that helped me set this all up.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she helped me set this all up. So yeah, Crystal is lovely. So yeah, no, I did say to her, she goes to me, who should I use? I go, use someone I know, you can trust them. So you're right, Chris.
Well, we'll see what the report is, eh?
Yeah, well the thing is, here's the thing about member, Chris. This is what I didn't get about. This is all networking companies I've been to, okay? They don't actually teach you networking. That makes sense. They teach you how to grow your business, but what we should be doing is helping each other grow our businesses because together we are individuals. But what's that term? But the sum of us is vast.
Yeah.
You know, we should be recommending each other because that's the way it's supposed to work. You know, a networking group is there to help each other grow. If one of us grows, they'll take the rest of us with them. Trust me. That's how to look at it. Okay, and that's what my goal is for this, is to get all of us to be going. Remember this, guys. I have a simple thing I said the other day. My goal is this time next year, we should be all in Saint-Tropez on our yachts going, what should we do next? That's the idea of a good networking group. We all, it's about making money, isn't it? And that's what we got to do. And that is the sole thing. And if I find anything I can find that can help you guys, which trust me, doesn't, my view, doesn't cost you any money, it's a good thing. Okay, remember, Chris, any problems, just remember, just ring me and it will take me 2 minutes to talk you through it.
Yeah,
Okay?
cheers,
Not a
mate.
problem. Just give me a call,
I
okay?
keep saying I've got to jump off this call, and you keep talking. Right, I'll be silent now, and I'm going to mute. All right, cheers,
All right,
thanks.
Chris, no worries. No
I'll be
worries,
here.
mate. Okay, so like I said, guys, out there, you will be stunned what we can get, what doesn't cost money. Okay, the thing is, we get so many people calling us up and offering us the world, and the world's not there to be taken. Okay, and we forget sometimes that, you know, again, when I was a young trainee engineer, my boss says something to me. It was always, I always resonates in my head, and this was this: is sometimes the simplest solution is the best solution. You don't need to go high complex and high convoluted and stuff and do things when what we're all you guys offer stuff that is can be defined as a small business. It just happens to be we can sell it on a national scale, but a national scale is big. We don't need. I mean, why target a billion? We're not after a billion people. We're not after a million people. We're after hundreds of people, and those hundreds of people are right now next door to us, down the road from us, literally right now. And it's easier to get to them than get somewhere else. What I've realized is this: when I sell software all over the world, okay, and one of the things I found for a lot of people I talk to them is the first thing they look for is this: is they go, the first question I get asked is, "Are you local to me?" Even though they're never going to meet the developer, they feel more comfortable having the developer close to them than far away from them. I once lost a job because the guy was in Bedford and so was the developer. That's the sole reason why he picked him, because he was in the same the same town. That was it. Okay, so sometimes being local is an absolute benefit because that's what people want, the security of the person they're dealing with. If they really, really, really need to, they could walk and talk to them. And that's 80% of searches are people trying to find something local. And this is why this tool, I'm still surprised that most of us don't get taught about it. This should be the first thing you do when you start a business, even before you do your website, is do this. Because Google Local, wait for this, they either make you a website if they want one inside Google Local. You don't actually need a website because Google Local has everything it has in it. You can do your shops in it. Everything can be done from Google Local. You don't need a website anymore. Okay, and that's why we got to do this and go from there. Like I think, like say Hannah for yourself, like say Hannah's targeting car showrooms. Okay, how many car showrooms do you reckon are within a 20-mile radius of Hannah's house? Well, I don't know, 200, 300, 400. There's going to be a lot of them. Okay, so by just targeting local businesses for that particular business, they might suddenly think, and Hannah puts down marketing, and they go, oh, VR. How can I use VR to market my business? But Hannah might find the first 10 clients she needs are 5 miles from her house, and then she gets them straight away. Okay, and that's the thing. But Hannah, here's the thing we do, Hannah. You can do a hi-fi VR from your location. Wait for this. So can I. I do one for my area, okay? And then so could Patrick. So technically, Hannah, we could actually have 15 hi-fi VR Google local pages running, just covering the town we're in. But by doing that, it sees me as being local to these people. So instead of having one big national one, Hannah, you have lots of little ones. And every time we get a new sales guy on board, Hannah, you and I can set up their Google local page for them and have it running. So you don't have one website, one Google page for the whole business, Hannah. Every time we get someone new, we set up a Google local one. Hannah, we can do one for the guy in Middle East, one for him. Guy in Australia, one for him. And if he got someone in Adelaide, we do one in Adelaide. We do one in there. But we can set them up. We control them, Hannah. But they would get contacted. It would have their phone number and their details on the Hi-Fi VR website. Underneath each person's name, Hannah, we would add a page called Local Reps, and then on there we'd have it, and they're so it all is together. But again, what we're doing is we're able to take Hannah's business, which really is a global business, but we still treat it as a local business. So then we're covering the areas we're in, and it's going to work for all of us. I want you guys to this. If I talk to you guys next week and you say I haven't done it, I'm going to be very upset with you all. I need
for today.
Exactly, Patrick. You know, just definitely do it. I mean, Patrick know this. Being Caribbean, my uncles were quite, how do I put it, Patrick, laid back. Okay. And they would say, my favourite uncle, who my mum insists I never spoke to, say to me things like this. He'd go, hey, boy, why do it today when you can put it off till tomorrow? And stuff. And it
That's
was
my
just
saying.
surreal. Yeah, Patrick knows it. And it's a great way to be in life, but you're never going to get anywhere like that. You know, if something needs, I mean, this guy's, if there was a list of 10 things your business needs to do today, this is number one. It's number one because it's free, and also it's going to put you at the top of Google, of which that is just, every business's sole goal is to get to page 1 of Google. Remember this, when you build a website, all you ask is, how quickly can I get to page 1 of Google? Well, we're going to shortcut that right down to 0. Okay,
Well,
guys, and
can I just ask you?
Yes, Hannah.
I actually I went on to the link you posted in the chat, and that actually directly linked to my local page.
Yes, because you've already got one, Hannah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's actually showing that it's a wrong page. I don't know why.
Oh, Hannah, what you'll find is, okay, is when these are set up, sometimes you'll find that somewhere, someone, like, you might find that when you set up, like, when you, sometimes companies like One and One and GoDaddy, they'll do it for you, okay, but they don't tell you. Part of their package is they set up your Google local page, but they don't do it properly. They just set it up so it's there. What they don't do is put the right keywords in. So what you actually find is a lot of you, if you've used a third-party system like GoDaddy or One and One, you most probably have a page. What you've got to do now is go in and edit it to make sure it's right. Okay, Hannah. And then when yours is done, what you do is you can log in and invite me as a manager. Once I get that, I will then mirror all the pages around the country where we've got people who are working, so that we control it, but these guys will be basically getting the leads from it and stuff and coming through to them. And I think that's the difference. It's just that a lot of the Google local pages are just not set up right. If people log on and they see offers and they see things going on and events, it makes you look really interesting. And Google loves things that are active, because the worst thing in the world is for any search engine and stuff is that all the information becomes stale and it's the same all the time. It means people get bored. So they like to see it being updated. And when it's updated all the time, you become then interesting to the bots. And then they go, right, this person's got all his offers on, they're local, let's then show them it and basically get it out there. And it is. So think of it as a system that we're going to use. Soko, you have a question. You turn, yes.
Yes, it's more like I'm happy to write everyone's review, even though I haven't got but I don't know everyone's service yet.
Oh no, what you do, only write the review if you know what always be honest. Only write review if you know what they do and you know what they do. A lot of the time it's easy, okay? And sometimes a review doesn't need what you think it is. You can say things like, oh, I've been chatting with Patrick from Harmony Radio on the networking group, and he's what he's seen is such a nice guy. He's really good, and he's got this amazing radio station. Okay, sometimes a review is purely to see that someone is saying something nice about not just about you as well. And that's the key, because people want to know not about, because remember this, people don't buy into businesses, they buy into they buy into people. Okay, and so by someone saying what a great person you are, Zoko, the assumption is, if someone's saying they're a great person, they must be a good business person as well. It's just the way things. So sometimes, and it's just about getting somebody to write something about you and getting some words with you. You can have too many reviews. Some of these companies will get reviews. There's just I know there's no way you can get that many reviews without paying for them. Because I can tell you this, if you had 100 super, super, super happy clients, okay, only one of them would do the review for you. I mean, I'll give a demonstration, guys. I've made 3 apps for 3 guys. These guys were so happy with me, they've given me shares in their apps. Okay, wait for this. But they haven't written me a review. Wait, you've been killed in a minute. How you'll give me a part of your business because you like me that much. My business was so good for you, but you won't write a review for me saying how good my business is. I'm busy, Rob. Are you talking to me now? Do it now. I'll do it in a minute. And they forget and they go off and stuff. Getting reviews is the hardest thing to do in the world. You know that old fact say 100 clients, 99 happy clients will write 1 review. 1 unhappy client will write 99 reviews. Okay, it's just stunning. Okay, with the world, and it's always been reviews. It's hard to get them. So if you can get them, it's really good. That's why sometimes when you think of right every year, okay, there's you've all heard of Davos, where all the big companies go each year to go and discuss money in the world. Okay, so each year the world's biggest businesses sit around a table discussing how they can all make money. They all do it every year. So they may seem like they're competitors, but they're not. They all work hand in hand to make sure that they all get a bit of the very big pie. Okay, when I was younger and I first started engineering, in the old days of engineering, you get cut like to build a building might cost £100 million. Okay, so obviously, what you as a company, you want to get onto that job. Okay, but what you don't want to do is have to fight tenders and be the lowest price. I've sat in very, very shady places with various big companies when I was a young trainee, drinking beer, watching them discussing jobs. And the discussions were like this. They'd say, this job is worth £20 million. So what you will do is, you, Mr. Bovis, this time will write 20 million and 1. I'm going to put 25 million in and you put 30 million in. So then it goes in, and then obviously Bovis win that job. But they win it to make a profit. The next job, Bovis go, look, do you know what? I got the job last time, so this time I'll be the highest, you'll be the lowest. Technically, it's not illegal, but what you're not doing is giving the client the best price. What it did was it allowed the businesses, instead of fighting for each job, they all got the jobs at the right price. So they all grew. What we don't do as small businesses is do it on a smaller scale. There's no harm in me saying that what I think Beverly does is great. I don't have to use it to say I think it's great. That's my opinion. Okay, so all we're doing is that on a smaller scale and making sure that when someone goes to your Google local page, what they see is Rob says, well, you know what? Beverly stuff's amazing. I've looked into it and the science is stunning. And, you know, I can't believe they used stuff used on horses and those on people. Amazing. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay, a review is your opinion. You don't need to use a service. I mean, how many people write opinions with never, or normally bad ones, with never actually using that service? Okay, so if people can write a bad opinion about you and never use the service, why can't I write a good opinion about you using the service? So look at a review as your opinion of whether or not you think that company is any good. And that's all an opinion is. And that's all a review is. Okay, so that's all we do, Zoko. That's the way. I mean, by the way, Zoko, I know full well that you do a good job because you store stuff. What else more do I need to know? Apart from that, okay, you know, you don't set fire to it, do you? You don't sell it down the local market. So, you know, so I can give a review and say, do you know what? I've been looking at using Easy Shoring. I once got a review from somebody who never used me. Okay, and the review actually said, he goes, I didn't go ahead with Rob because I didn't have the budget for it. But once I get the money, I'm definitely going with him because he seems to be the best person for the job. He didn't know that. That was just his opinion. Okay, but that's what it takes. Okay, so don't worry about you're misleading people. You're just giving people an opinion. Okay, and if we do that, slide that in with what I try and get you guys to do on Facebook and stuff and social media and like each other. As a group, we will all benefit because here's the simple maths of things. Let's say there's 20 of us and we've all got 100 clients. Okay, question for you. If I've got 100 clients and so's Bev, that's 100 each. But my business is different to Bev's business, but we can cross over. That now means we've now got potentially 200 clients to aim at. If there's 3 of us, it means that because it's a crossover, and there's no harm, if we were doing the same thing, there'd be an issue. If we were all the same business, then we're fighting for the same work, it's an issue, but we're not. We're all different. But we all know that there's someone that might need Zoco services. That doesn't affect me at all to recommend someone to go to Zoco. A quick, yeah, I'd use this company. Yeah, they seem all right. Yes, that's it. And that's it. And that's all that big business does. Big business makes sure that they get all the work internally, but they don't fight for it. They share it. Okay. I mean, I once worked, I designed the House of the Parliament security system. And here's what I noticed about politicians is when you watch television, they look like they hate each other. They argue and they scream, okay? You go into the MP's bar, they're all bars, having drinks, they're all joking, they're laughing. It's all theatre. it's to make us feel better that they're doing their job properly. That's what they do. But when they're not on camera, they're all best friends. It's okay, trust me. They may seem they don't. They all like each other, and it's the weirdest thing. 1 minute you're on TV, what that's really strange. They're over there having jokes, but they hate each other. No, they don't. It's all about how business runs and how theatre is done and bits. I mean, one of the things we learned, well, Chris and I this, and this is with a company called Big Business Events. What they teach you to do is to get one of the little things is get lots of pictures with famous people, and then post those pictures onto your social media page and onto your business page. Because all of a sudden, if someone saw you with 50 celebs in the space of a year, the assumption is, wow, they must be really good and do as celebs. No, you're not. But you're not saying you did. You're just posting pictures. But people will always make an assumption. And because of the human brain, the way we work, people are jealous. And the jealousy will go, God, they must be doing really well, which means you're doing really well. It means you're good at what you do, which means you win more business. And this just the way, and it's all about you need to be a bit different to the people around you, and you'll grow. So, guys, is there any questions on Google Local?
No, not for me. Thanks.
Forward to getting stuck in.
It is, and remember this, guys. Once it's done, this will be the least work you do each month. Once a week, post. What you do is you go onto it and just post a picture. It can be a picture of anything. It could be a picture of you fishing for you. It's just showing that you're a person. You're out there doing things, and that's the key. But as you've seen, insurance companies, none are on Google Local, but Google Local allows a national business to have regional offices. Remember that most banks are regional. They're not. Banks aren't national. Banks are still. Banks are still, fingers crossed, local businesses. There's a bank in every town, and each bank will have its own Google Local page, so that it's found easier. And that's the idea. So all we're going to do is that. I mean, Zoko, I'm surprised that Easy Storage didn't do it for you, because it's just they have all these people in the country. They could just set up in one go. You have them all, but each one has its own location. It would work. So again, I'm not too sure why sometimes these businesses that do things don't use it, because it's just it's free. Sorry,
it's recent that the head office started to implement the Google Local business, and then
but it should have been years ago. Yeah,
sorry,
it should have been years ago. They've done it. Do you know what I mean?
It's only recent. Yeah.
I mean, when you think of the whole company itself, these are the epitome. They know marketing inside out, and they missed it. Think of that. So think of a company the size of that. They didn't do it until now. They're suddenly realizing what it does for companies. So that's the key. But even if you work for a company, there's no reason why you can't have a second one. Hi, Hannah.
Rob, sorry, I'm going to have to go.
No worries,
I'll
Beverly.
speak to you in a bit.
Cheers, then.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Go on,
Rob,
Hannah.
I got a question to ask.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by your multi-locations for one
Yes.
company. So does that mean that when you set up Gmail, at the moment, my Gmail for the company is hi5vr@gmail.com. But
Yeah.
if I do hi5vr2, and does that give me a different local though?
No, what you do, Hannah, is we set it up.
My
Okay, so
question
let me
can you set up? I was on the page, but I wasn't sure who can set up multi
1
location.
second, Hannah. Best thing is let me show you. Give me a second. Let me show you what I was talking about. 1 second. Where's Google? Okay, right. So what we do is in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What you'll see is you'll see 3 different digital solutions. Now they're all separate. Okay, but if you click onto there, okay, somewhere in here there was somewhere that used to be there. I can find it where you can set up. There we go. Right. Hang on 1 second. Sorry. So if you go to under profile strength here, click on there.
Yeah.
And it says add a new business profile.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you click that there,
and we'll have a new location.
all right, you do the same. You build the same thing again, but
Okay.
you make it local again. But then, Hannah, what happens is this: it will appear like this. So if you look at I've done it a little cheekily. So I've got one in Kent, one in London, and one in Huntingdon. Now the Huntingdon one is national, okay, but those two are even that area is too big, okay, but properly, okay. And London, UK, yeah, again, some of the areas do a bit. I just go and refine them down, but you just keep adding more. But Hannah, because they go up, but you become you do it because then you're the manager. Then what you can do is you can then send the regional sales guy access to it so that they can then post. So for instance, the guys in the Middle East are going to post completely different stuff that we were
How
posting
do
in
they
the UK.
access it? How do they access it? Do they have to use my Gmail account?
No. What you can, like, watch this, okay? Right, take Simon Payne, okay? That's not my account.
No.
Okay, that's the account of one of my friends, okay? But somewhere, I'll find it here. Somewhere here, there's a button you can click where you can invite somebody to be a manager on the page.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
so they just and then you can boot them out again. So here, I'm the manager's page. It's the thing now. This is Simon's business, but Simon is only a manager and I'm the owner of his business page because I gracefully gave him access to his own page to do it. Okay, so
Job you to a mates.
Patrick, my friends love me.
Just taking their websites off them.
You need to, yeah. I just love to teach my friends about cybersecurity sometimes. With that, so I'll find it. There is somewhere, Hannah. I have to find it again. Okay, where you can invite people to come board. I can't remember where it was now. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember where it was. Okay, 1 second. Business profile settings. Oh, there we go. Right, Hannah. There we go. Watch this. Okay, so what you do, Hannah, is click on those 3 dots there.
Yeah.
Okay, and click business profile setting. Okay, then it says people and access. Click there. Okay, there you go, and then add.
Yeah.
You can see, I'm the owner, and Simon's there as well. So I think actually I made him an owner as well. So, but when you add people, you can make them owner or manager. Make him a manager, Hannah. Then they can only access stuff and do what you want to do, but you do everything else. So when we add a new sales guy on, we do it for them, Hannah, and then they can then go in because we want them loading up stuff for them locally. Because it makes it easier. You can't do all of it. So if you've got 50 of them, you don't want to be trying that each week. So each individual guy will go in and load things up. Okay, and that's it. So it's all there. Everything's there for us to use, guys. You know, literally, it's there. No notifications. I turn this off; it gets annoying. But you can literally, every time something happens, get a notification from the system. Okay, so okay, so go. We see you later. Okay, bye. So yeah,
thanks, Rob.
That's all right, guys. So guys, so that's it. So remember this. Any questions, just call me. Everything's there. Okay. Or
Rob. Just one last. Can you just click on those 9 dots and the app that I'm looking for because I forgot the name.
Click on the 9 dots here, Patrick, and it'll be it's a house. It's this thing. It's the blue house with the G on it.
Blue. Oh right. Okay. Business profile manager. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Okay. And we'll get that done. And and it's as you see, guys. I mean, especially for certain businesses do a lot better. Okay. Very few people go into Google and type software. We don't. Okay. But lots of people do go to Google and type things like radio or local marketing and things like that. They do. So for all of you guys, you've all just got better businesses for using Google Local to